everybody, time to do some math, and today let's start off with some music because we're going to do math that has something to do with this music. You can dance with me. Know the song? We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. Oh yeah, we are a family. And today we're gonna look at math families. So we're gonna check out, well, families, what do they have to do with math? Well, there are numbers that go together and they are in families when we're talking about multiplication and division. And you might be like, oh yeah, I remember these families. So check out this first one. You have a hip array with the numbers dimensions of 4 and 6, 4 by 6. And it produces this fact family. We have 4 times 6 equals 24, 6 times 4 equals 24, and then we have the division sentences that we're able to get because we know the multiplication problems. So let's try this first one, number 1, together, and then you're going to have some to try out on your own. So in this, if you're doing this on a Google slide, this particular Google slide, you could go up here to this line feature and select the scribble, okay? The scribble feature. And that will let you draw on this slide. So I could write in the number dimension for this side, which is 4. Okay, and then I'd have to click scribble again to write the other dimension, which is not 4. The other number is 8. The other number dimension is 8. Now, I could use the scribble feature again, or I could just use the text box to write in the equations, my fact family. So I have a 4 by 8, or 4 groups of 8, which gives me a total of a lot of squares. But I can't just write a lot. I want to actually come up with the number. So how could I get that easily if I don't know it off the top of my head? Well, for me, I like to look at it, and I'm just going to circle it for you. 2 groups of 8 right here. I have 2 groups of 8. And 2 groups of 8 is 16. And look at this. That's 16, and so is this part on the bottom. So I'm going to actually erase that and write in, okay, well, I know the top double is 16 plus another 16 will give me my answer. And 16 and 16, well, that's 32. Okay? So now, my next one, I can flip it around, right? 8 groups of 4. 8 groups of 4, well, if I know 4 groups of 8 is 32, then I know 8 groups of 4, or 8 times 4, is also 32. Because it's a family. And if I know those 2 multiplication sentences, well, then I'm able to get 2 division problems out of this. So I could do 32. Now, to get the division, I would go over here to insert and then special characters because the division sign is a special character. Now I'm going to search for it to get it more easily. I'm just going to put div, div, and then I see my division sign. And when I click on it, it goes right in there. There it is. Now I'm going to actually put my cursor over that, shade it, and put Control C. I'm going to copy it so that I don't have to do that over and over again. Okay. So 32 divided into groups of 8 would equal what? Well, it's going to be the other dimension, 4, because 4 times 8 is 32. That's what's awesome about families. I could also start with 32. Now I'm going to do Control V. I already have my division sign, and divide it by 4. And I know that is going to be 8 because 8 times 4 is 32. Division and multiplication hang out and help each other. Okay, it's awesome. Families help each other out. So now you have these other hip arrays to try out yourself, okay? And then once you're done hip arraying and making those families, there's some Khan Academy practice to go and try out. So here is some practice problems. I think there are 7 for you to try here in filling in the families. So now I have to complete each equation. So 24 divided by what is 3? So I'm like, okay, well, 3 times what is 24? That's 8. And now I'm going to fill in, well, this is going to be times. I keep going through, right? And then I'm going to click check. I'm going to do my 7 problems. And when I'm done, I'm going to take a screenshot of my work right here. So you watch me do a screenshot on my computer and say, oh yeah, I wouldn't want to do a screenshot of this because I didn't even get it done yet. But once I finish the 7 problems, I could do a screenshot, go back to my Google slide deck and go boop and paste that in there to show my teacher and myself that, oh yeah, I did that, okay? And then if you need more, you can go to our math room and play some division games. Or maybe you want to do a quick check. Or maybe you want to do an extension. Or maybe you want to go Dreambox. Maybe you want to do some multiplication fact practice. All right? All right, you guys, math it up. And remember, we are a family. Yeah, math family. And we're working with families. Have fun.